Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to COBRA KAI Studios. And in tonight's video, we're going to get into some more fan questions and theories with your host, Daniel-san. So let's get into it. We're going to start this off with, what if Daniel and Johnny fight in Cobra Kai Season 3 to end their rivalry and see who the better fighter is? I'm going to go ahead and start that off with, I don't think that would end their rivalry. Honestly, I just feel like if Johnny won, he'd be a hothead and Daniel would get upset and they would keep the rivalry going. If Daniel won, same thing. So I want to go ahead and say I don't think that would happen, but I do hope that we do get to see that fight in Season 3. But I don't think it'll end their rivalry. But after watching the video that BuzzFeed Celeb did, which they kind of talk about some of the fan questions, which I made a video on, they kind of hint to a possible, not rivalry, but of them kind of teaming up, at least for a little bit. They didn't really hint too much into it, but they kind of speculated and dropped a couple subtle hints here and there that I would assume we could expect them to, in a sense, team up, but not exactly team up, if you know what I mean. Next one is very funny. It's not really more of a question, but if Amanda doesn't want Daniel to teach, maybe Daniel-san should call Julie-san. That's funny. I kind of agree, though. It's like, come on, Amanda. Why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta keep Daniel down? He didn't do nothing. Next question. Will Miguel tell his mom to stop blaming Johnny for what happened to him? I think so. I think that we will indeed see this. And I feel like no matter what, Miguel and Johnny are going to somehow connect again in the future moving on. And I feel like it's going to happen earlier on in the season rather than later. Just my opinion, but at the same time, I think that's something we could all kind of speculate to actually happen in Season 3. Nonetheless, what do you think? You feel like they're going to... Like Miguel's going to tell his mom that she needs to just chill out, quit blaming Johnny for the whole situation? Because I would. Anyways, do you think that Miguel will tell his mom it was not Johnny's fault? Onto this, like, kind of the same thing? Yeah, I do. Because, I mean, in all honesty, it really isn't Johnny's fault. Johnny was just helping Miguel learn martial arts to defend himself. I mean, what happened, and it's not really anybody's fault, honestly, but Robbie's, because he's the one that did it. But at the same time, it wasn't on purpose either, so I don't know. What do you think about that? Do you think that Johnny will tell the school board that he is sorry with what happened to Miguel? No, I don't think so. I don't think Johnny's going to even care to talk to the school board. I think he cares more about what actually happened to Miguel than to worry about what the school thinks of him or what the school's going to do. Just my opinion. I don't see him really focusing too much into that, so I don't think that'll be something we see. Do you think that Allie Mills will talk to Carmen and tell her about Johnny's past? Ooh, I don't know. There's nothing on the internet. I had tried to look up that to see what other people might think about that so we can kind of add some inspects from other people's ideas on that, but there's not really any. So that is a hell of a question, Aaron, because no one's really talking about that at all. So I don't know. Maybe? I kind of hope that we do get to see Allie's in some way and get to see her interact with some of the cast, but I have a feeling that we're not going to. I don't know why, I just have a feeling we're not going to see too much of Allie. I think that the spoiler at the end of Season 2 was just something that they could add on in Season 3 to keep it going, but I don't know. Just my personal opinion there. So what do you think? You think we're going to get to see Allie, or you think she's not going to be a part of it? I don't know. Interesting to talk about regardless. This next question is one that's really hard to answer, but at the same time interesting. Will Carmen let Sam see Miguel in the hospital? And if so, do you think that Carmen's going to blame Sam for what happened to her son? I don't know. I don't know that Carmen will, but I don't know that she won't. I feel like she might let Sam see Miguel. I guess just depending on when is the real question, really. But at the same time, I feel like, yeah, I could see Carmen throwing some shade and blame to Sam. Just because, I mean, she did kiss Miguel, which in a sense caused Tori to go haywire and completely go crazy at the school and start this whole incident that led to Miguel being kicked over and hurt. So maybe. Will the school have to pay Carmen for what happened to her son? No, I don't think so. Because I at the end of the day, I don't think the school was going to take responsibility for any of that happening. At the same time, why would they? It's not really their fault that it happened either. Yeah, it happened at school, but at the same time, in a real life situation like that, usually the schools don't take responsibility for anything happen. Yeah, they should have had more security guards, they'll say, or something like that, but at the same time, it really leads down to Robbie being the one that did this, so I don't know that we'll see something like that. I really don't. I don't think that's something we'll see. What if John Kreese chokes Miguel for losing in the All-Valley Karate Tournament in whether Season 4 or 3, whenever we actually see that happening, just like what happened to Johnny? I'm going to say this. I don't think Miguel is going to stay with Cobra Kai. Just my opinion. I don't think he will. I really don't. I think he might even join Miyagi-Do, to be honest. I know it sounds really out of the way, but overstaying with Cobra Kai, I could see him joining Miyagi-Do over that. But I could be completely wrong. And he might stay Cobra Kai. Who knows? He is originally a Cobra Kai, but with Johnny. And the fact that Johnny no longer owns Cobra Kai, no longer is the sensei of Cobra Kai, I don't think we'll see Miguel stay with Cobra Kai. But that's just my opinion. And I would rather see him stay with Johnny, whether he's in no dojo at all. I mean, what if there's a new dojo that's made by Johnny that's not Cobra Kai, but something else? You never know. Or a Cobra Kai 2.0 with the real actual master, not no Kreese punk. What if Carmen tells the school board she wants Robbie kicked out of school, and what might happen if that happens? That would be interesting. To be honest, though, if anybody's the instigator of that, it's going to be Tori. So, I mean, it's not just going to be Robbie that gets in trouble. If anything, if you know anything with real schools, they're all going to get in trouble. Miguel's going to get in trouble. Robbie's going to get in trouble. Sam's going to get in trouble. Tori's going to get in trouble. Hawk, Dimitri, anybody involved in a fight will end up getting in trouble if that's how they want to play it out, if they want to bring accuracy from a real life to that, because that's how it would happen in real life. That's exactly what would happen. Not just one person would get in trouble. The whole lot would get an equal amount of trouble no matter the situation. That's just how it plays out in real life. What if Carmen tells the school board she wants him kicked out, though? I don't know that she would go all that way to do that, but she might. She's going to obviously be really upset with what happened to her son. So, maybe. We could probably expect that, honestly. What if Mike Barnes shows up to get revenge on Daniel with what happened in Karate Kid Part 3? I'm going to agree with that. I will say that I think Mike Barnes will indeed show back up at some point, and I feel like there will be some kind of rivalry between him and Daniel, just as there is with Johnny and Daniel. So yeah, I could actually agree on that in some sense. I don't know that we'll see it until like Season 4, honestly. I don't think Mike Barnes is going to show up in Season 3. I just don't think that's something they're going to throw in Season 3. I feel like that's something they're saving for Season 4. Just my opinion. Feel free to leave your debate and your theories about this, because these videos are just us Cobra Kai fans, Karate Kid fans, debating questions and ideas that we have and theories that we have. So please make sure you leave comments. I want us all to get more involved in this, because these videos are about us just sitting down and enjoying some crazy topics that we like to come up with. And yeah, some of them we might find answers to. Some of them is just going to be straight up theories and ideas upon our own speculations. Was John Kreese at the All-Valley Tournament at the end of Cobra Kai Season 1? I don't know that he was, but I wouldn't put it past him, because he obviously knew about Johnny winning, with Miguel winning, being the champion. So I kind of feel like, yes, he was. I personally just feel like he was in the background snooping. I don't know, though. Wouldn't it be interesting if we rewatch and then there's like a certain little split-second frame where he actually is in the background and we just didn't see him? Wouldn't that be crazy? You never know. They hide so many Easter eggs. When I finally almost have my Easter egg video done, and oh man, is there so many Easter eggs out there that it's insane. And there's probably more that we don't even know about and didn't catch on to. It's crazy. But at the same time, it's exciting. Expect that video Sunday. I can't wait for that video to go up. It might be Monday, depending on work, because, you know, today's Friday. I'm filming this after filming my video that I'm posting tonight. So if my work works with me, I'll have it up Sunday. If not, then Monday or Tuesday, regardless. I'm off Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So I want to try to get as much more videos and much detail into these videos as I can, because I really enjoy making these videos. But I want them to be as presentable to you all as I can, because I want to keep you all interested as well. I don't want it to be like, oh, this is just another boring video about Cobra Kai. You know, I want to keep you all interested as well. How will Daniel find out that John Kreese took Cobra Kai back from Johnny? That I'm curious on too. And a lot of people kind of speculate that Daniel might go looking for Johnny and go to Cobra Kai and see that Johnny's not there. Kreese took over. I don't know, though. That's just what I was able to find online. That's a lot of the most popular theories on that. So what do you think? Do you think that that's going to be something we see? Or you think that Johnny will personally tell Daniel, hey, Kreese took Cobra Kai back. I'm done. I'm out of here, blah, 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 etc. I don't know, though, because it's going to depend on how quick Daniel actually goes to Okinawa. Like, does he right away go to Okinawa in season 3? Is it like episode 2 or 3, episode 5? When does he go to Okinawa, you know? A lot of the speculation and most hints, even from the cast members, is that it's kind of right away. So, I don't know. That's going to be interesting to see how that actually plays out and when we actually get to know when Daniel figures out that Johnny's not even Cobra Kai anymore. So, I don't know. Really interesting. If Allie Mills comes back, will she help Johnny? I don't know. I would assume maybe, but at the same time, she might not. I mean, first we got to figure out when Johnny's going to actually accept her friend request and actually become more social with her, honestly. Now, obviously, there's big speculation that he's just going to, because he did own a laptop. Don't forget, he did, just because he threw his phone, we never see him throw his laptop. There's a huge speculation, though, that laptop was left at Cobra Kai, which it very likely was. But if it wasn't, then he still has access to the internet and could very easily just randomly be sitting in his apartment or wherever he's at and be like, you know what? I'm going to get on the internet and just see he has a friend request. So that would be interesting to see how it's actually going to play out. I would assume that, yeah, she's probably going to maybe help him out. I don't know, though. What do you think? You think that Allie's going to help him out? Do you think she's going to help Daniel out? What do you think? Aaron posted, I would like to see Mike Barnes return. I would too. I really would. I think that eventually when they do decide to bring Mike Barnes back, yes, I said when they decide to, because I honestly feel they will bring Mike Barnes back into the show. I just don't know when. What if Mike Barnes owns his own dojo? Ooh, that would be interesting. And I wouldn't say he don't, because the fact that there's a lot of, in any town, except for ours, there's a lot of dojos usually. Ours, weirdly, only has one. But back when I was in martial arts as a young kid, there was like 7. Then when I got into it as an older student, there was only like 3. So it's kind of died down, honestly, in our town, sad to say. And I feel like it's something that should be brought back. In the future, I would like to start my own dojo. I would love to be able to teach kids and train adults and the like, and be able to like share my knowledge and actually keep progressing, because no matter what level you are in martial arts, there's always more you can learn. There's always more you can progress in. And I don't know, it's just a lot of fun. I really enjoy being able to share martial arts experiences with others, and I think it would be great to bring it back into our town. But I back on the question, I do think that Mike Barnes might own his own dojo in some sense, because it would kind of bring a hell of a rivalry. What if that's the next big dojo we see in the future seasons, is Mike Barnes has one? I mean, I don't know if that's going to be the case, but it would be interesting. It add a little bit of extra rivalry to the whole dojo situation of Cobra Kai, Miyagi-Do, and Mr. Mike Barnes-Do. But anyways, next question. What if Snake, and this one I've not heard ever, Aaron, so this is a nice one. What if Snake from Karate Kid Part 3 is Tori's dad? I've heard no one mention this, periodly, at all. Like, I'm not saying that no one has, I haven't seen it. That's a hell of a theory. I really like that theory because it's different, for one. Now, there's no proof at all to that being true. Like, at all. I looked, there's no truth to that I can state is 100% true, but nonetheless, that would be interesting. And I'm excited that they did confirm we will indeed get Tori's backstory, as well as some more into Sam and her backstory, so that's exciting as hell. And I hope that we get our answers, you know. I know we all want to know who the hell, well, not all of us, some of us don't care, but I do. I want to know who Tori's dad, who her real mom is, if it's who that she states it is or not, you know. I want to know more to our members of the show that we don't have enough information about. So that's exciting, and I really can't wait to see what we learn. And on to that, will Snake and Dennis from Karate Kid Part 3 appear in Cobra Kai? I haven't heard really anybody mention these people. Bringing this up is great, because what if it's true? What if we do eventually see them? I mean, even if it's just little bits and pieces, you know, it's kind of interesting to think about. So I really appreciate these questions, Aaron. Keep them coming, because I really love your theories and ideas that you come up with, and I hope that more people, as we get bigger as a community, will start commenting and leaving their theories and speculations and ideas, because it's really a lot of fun. Just sit here and kind of go over your ideas and theories as well as my own, and provide my input on what I think about these theories and questions. So keep them coming. What if Mike Barnes comes back and helps Johnny take Cobra Kai back from John Kreese? I hope we see that, but I don't know that we will because of how Mike Barnes and Terry Silvers, I don't know if you'd say they were close, but, their whole deal in the Karate Kid trilogy, whenever, Mike Barnes makes his appearance, I don't know. That would be interesting to see nonetheless, though, if we could see Johnny actually team up with Mike Barnes. I guess I would likely see that over him and Daniel teaming up, honestly. But I know that they kind of hinted at it, so I think we will see Daniel and Johnny have some kind of team up in a sense of some way. So I don't know. That's interesting. This question from Scott is a very question that puzzles me, and I don't know if we can answer it 100%, but it's interesting nonetheless. If Miguel is to defend his title, does he have to do it under Cobra Kai? It's going to depend on how the All Valley Karate Tournament rules are, okay? So, here in New Mexico, where I'm from, we had something similar, okay? There was a champion. He was under this one dojo. He was the champion. Now, the following year, he had switched dojos, but was still considered the champion, just under a different dojo. Because the way they did it was he was the champion, not, per se, the dojo itself. And in Cobra Kai, they kind of make it sound like it's more of Cobra Kai itself won the trophy, when actually Miguel won. He's the champion. But it's going to depend on that. Honestly, if it's anything like how it was for us, then yes, Miguel would still be the champion no matter what he's going to be fighting for. But if they want to do it the way that I think they are, then no, he won't be able to defend it unless he fights as a Cobra Kai. That's something I guess we'll have to wait and see, but that's a hell of a question because it makes you wonder how we're going to see this play out. What was taking Tori so long when she went into the house? Ooh, that's an interesting question. I'm sure you're talking about when she sees Sam kiss Miguel. I don't know. Maybe she was snooping, She seems like the type to want to snoop around, so I wouldn't put it past her. I don't know. That's an interesting question. I don't know what she would be snooping about, but obviously she was snooping and seeing, Sam and Miguel kiss, so it's an interesting question. Did Tori have the same clothes on she was wearing at Moon's party at school? Huh. I didn't even pay attention to that. Maybe. Did she? Comment and let me know. I don't have any way to watch the clips right now to be able to actually check, but maybe she was, That's a good question. Where was Robbie at when Sam kissed Miguel at Moon's party? I was curious of that too. Like, where the hell was Robbie at? I don't know. That's a good question. I can't answer it, but that's a good question. Where was he? If you know, drop a comment. Let me know. What if Tori had went outside at Moon's party to confront Sam and Miguel about the kiss? I felt like in a normal situation, that's exactly what would have happened. The fact that it didn't, I guess, kind of shows how Tori is. She probably wanted to try to blow it off and kind of just go and do her own thing and think about what just happened. But she, I think, got so overworked and just ended up like, you know what? This ain't cool. And then she meets her at school and just kind of was like, I'm going to beat her ass in front of everybody. I think that's what ended up happening. Just my opinion on it. I think she was trying to figure out what she even just witnessed and how she should feel about it, and her emotions just kind of got the best of her. So I feel like that's what happened. Next question. How did Robbie know where Johnny's apartment was? That's a good question. Maybe he followed his dad. I would imagine he would have followed his dad, or maybe he already knew ahead of time. He just never went and visited his dad. Maybe his mom told him. Maybe his mom knew where Johnny lived and just kind of told him. That's what I would assume, maybe. What do you think, though? How do you think that how do you think Robbie knew where Johnny's apartment was? What would have happened if Sam told Robbie she kissed Miguel at Moon's party when she was at school? And was she going to break up with Robbie? I don't know. Okay, so basically you're saying that what would have happened if, instead of Robbie finding out from Tori when she spits it out, you kissed Miguel at the party, and then, Robbie's like, well, what? With the sad puppy dog face. I don't know. That's a good question. I feel like Sam and Robbie are going to break up. And a lot of people think that Sam and Miguel's going to get back together, which they probably will. As I've stated my opinion on this before, I kind of hope that Sam and Miguel don't get back together. But, you know, it is what it is. If they're going to do it that way, then that's how they're going to play it out. I guess we're still going to be along for the ride, and I'm not going to be upset with the show because, let's be honest, they do things for a reason. If that's how they want to play it out, then that's how they're going to play it out, and we're just going to have to either agree with it or disagree. That's all I really can say on that one, really. What do you think about that? Do you think Sam and Miguel is going to become a thing again, or do you think Sam and Robbie are going to remain a thing somehow? I don't know. It's interesting. What if Robbie had told Sam that Miguel brought the Medal of Honor back? I don't know. I think that, honestly, Robbie not telling her is what kind of led her to be really hesitant against Robbie and more towards Miguel, honestly. I feel like if Robbie would have just told her in the beginning, I think that things would have been so much better off for them. But at the same time, I don't know. Women are interesting in that way. So you can't really judge how they were going to take their emotions. You know, I mean, you can't judge that about a man or anybody's emotions. You don't know how they would take it. So I can see where Robbie was like hesitant to do so because he didn't want to give, as he said, Miguel brownie points, as a sense that he would look better in her eyes. And I don't know. Maybe he should have, though. Maybe things wouldn't have been so out of the way and thrown out of proportion like they was if he would have just told her. Good question, though. What if Robbie had taken Sam home and not to his dad's apartment? I don't know how to answer that one, because that could have went so many ways. I feel like if he would have, though, it would have made Robbie look better and worse at the same time in Daniel's and Amanda's eyes. Yeah, they would have been pissed off that she had been at a party and, you know, all that drinking and all that stuff. But at the same time, he would have probably had a better standing with Amanda and Daniel for doing so. Versus they had to go and find him at Robbie's apartment. So, I don't know. What do you think about that, though? Do you think that Tori was going to break up with Miguel at Moon's party? Because she looks really mad at him. Yeah, I don't know, honestly. I felt like that could have happened, but it just didn't play out that way. And it's probably because of the way they had this set up to actually end Season 2, honestly. So, I think that's why it played out the way it did. What if Robbie... No, we already answered that question. Blah, 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 blah. Do you think that Robbie's mom is going to be in Cobra Kai Season 3? Yeah, I feel like she will indeed return. Especially if, say, Robbie was to get in trouble for any reason. Of, you know, if that's how they're going to play it out. Because, yeah, he did something bad. He hurt someone very seriously. And if they can't find Johnny, you know, depending on where he goes, they're going to probably reach out to Robbie's mom. And obviously, she's probably the contact person for Robbie versus Johnny because of how everything, you know, is played out. And Johnny, you know, wasn't there for Robbie for most of his life. So, I doubt that he's the contact person. And honestly, how they're going to contact him, he threw his phone. So, yeah, I honestly do feel like Robbie's mom is going to return in some way for Season 3. I don't know that it'll be right away, but I feel like we'll see her here and there. That's just my speculation of this. But I guess that's going to be it. That's all the fan questions we have from all of you all. Now, I want to say thank you to Aaron and everybody that commented. Please keep it up, and I hope I can encourage more to start commenting because I really enjoy making these videos. These are some of my favorite videos to make because it's just us being us. We get to nerd out about Cobra Kai and the Karate Kid. So, thank you, Bonsai Kai Dojo, Sensei Guest Sensei. Thank you, all of my moderators. Thank you, all of you that have subscribed to me and have not subscribed to me. I thank you all regardless. Thank you for liking my videos. If you enjoy, please think about subscribing if you're not and hitting that like button. As I always say, sidekick the hell out of that like button. Break that mother... I'm just kidding. But anyways, that's going to be it for tonight's video, everyone. I hope you have a good rest of your night, day, wherever you're at, whenever you're watching this. And we'll see you on the next one. Stay badass.